Ciao, everyone. Welcome to 2023. We're back with another episode of the Hardcore Italians podcast. Just checking in. I got Gianna, Joe, and Steve with me. Justin, I guess you're sitting in the sidelines in the back today, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, if we need any research done, we'll hit you up. Guys,
Please.
It's a new year, but Italians are still the same. At least that's the joke we're running with. And we were talking a little bit before hitting record here. But Steve, what were you mentioning about the calories?
Why you gotta throw it right on me?
Throwing it right on you, bro. It's 2023,
no.
and I want you to fire in. Let's go.
No, I'm one of those people that says I'm gonna start the new year diet, but it never works out for me. For me, I don't know about you guys, but it never works out. So now my new thing is I'm trying to calorie count, but I never realized how much calories was in like fried calamari and pasta.
It's probably scary to do, if anything, man. But dude, we're actually I got a new shirt coming out this week. So I don't know, since we started the page, like every January, we always are like, hey, people are back like getting in the gym. It's like workout season, and we always try to come up with like maybe we should do sweats or maybe we should do like athletic stuff. And then all of a sudden this year I was thinking about it. You know what actually triggered it? I was watching an episode of the Impractical Jokers, and you know how they don't care about like their stomachs at all on that show. Like Joe was great. Joe was like shirtless at one point, and they're like walking around, and he was like so proud of like his belly fat and the pasta and all that shit. And I was watching it, and I was like, you know what? Why are we even like trying to sell stuff about working out and stuff? Like Italians don't care. You know what I mean? Majority of them, like, we're proud to like have a little pasta belly and stuff like that. So it's funny, this week I actually have a shirt dropping. It says Italian nutrition facts, and it says like 100% pasta and like stubborn and this and that, because it's like, I don't know, we're going to eat our pasta at the end of the day. We're proud like eaters. We don't care. We're like happy to show our stomachs and stuff. And it's funny. It's a joke. So I'm running with it a little bit differently this year. And I'm kind of
there's definitely a market for that, but I don't know, Mike. I don't think all Italians are proud of their belly. Let me tell you something. My father is a big guy, but his issue is, as an Italian man, he still thinks he looks the same as he did when he was 16. He's not facing reality.
And they wear the guinea tees with the belly hanging over
I'm saying,
sweatpants. That's
no
the
shame.
best.
Yeah.
The confidence of a 50-year-old Italian man wearing the one piece that looks like a girl's bikini on the bottom. What's that called?
Crop top.
But that's what I'm saying. That's our target audience. You know what I mean? So like, am I gonna get guys like your dad to like slim down for the winter? You know what I mean? Like,
no shot.
There's no.
Honestly, though, I feel like as the time goes on too, like they call it what dad bod now, right? Like, I feel like that's like it's a growing thing. It's a growing thing. Like,
we'd have to ask Gianna on that one.
Yes, and
on a girl
confirm.
perspective,
I think more so than like actual looks, it's confidence, how you carry yourself. If you're like, yeah, look at this, I got pasta in there. It's really, I'm fed well. Okay, that's hot.
Right?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. You don't have to give up the pasta Sundays anymore and stuff like that. Like, I don't know, just own it.
I actually seen some too recently. I don't know if it was Mike, one of your pages or one of Justin's pages, but it was like a guide. I can't even remember off the top of my head, but a guide of how Italians eat pasta so much. They said like the average Italian eats pasta, I think it said 3 to 4 times a week. I gotta pull up the article, but it basically gave a breakdown on how some of us at least, still stay healthy by doing that. Like whether it's like what we mix in with the pasta, or I wouldn't say portion sizes, because I don't know about you guys. I just keep going, and you know what I mean. So definitely not the portion size I don't agree with, but there was a whole like 10 different reasons on how we could still stay in shape while eating pasta. And it was actually awesome.
It's 100% possible.
Off of eating it 3 times a week, yeah.
No, I swear you're gonna make me find. I'll find it after this,
dude.
Well, I definitely agree with you that there's definitely a routine where you do a couple.
Yeah,
like on a week. I mean, I could speak personally for my family in Philly. We used to do Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Yeah, pasta. I don't know if it's the same in Chicago or Jersey, but that's we had a routine for sure.
All I know is Joe's got a tray in his fucking fridge. That
Oh,
if he doesn't
yeah.
eat, if he doesn't
I
eat
just
pasta
fucking-
3 times a day every day, that it's
I
going in the
li-
garbage. So there's no routine. That's how it is by me too, dude. I open the fridge, I'm like, oh, pasta. You just have it. It's like you
Yeah.
gotta eat it. Like, I don't know, but there's
So for New Year's Eve, before people went out, I had a few people over, and I that's the only way to kill the tray. So everyone was just taking a little bit, and they're like, "Oh, this is the same tray."
yeah, that was
But-
awesome. An entire tray. I gotta throw up a picture or send me a picture. I'll throw it on the YouTube version.
I
but-
gotta do it.
But dude, I agree with you because and again, Gianna might be a bigger testament to this since she was recently there. But I know in Italy, we've written blogs about how the Italian diet in actual Italy. I mean, Italian American's different. You were kind of going off the portion sizes and things like that. But
Right.
in Italy, a lot of Italians are healthy and they eat pasta all the time. So it's like
Right.
the Italian diet is pretty healthy, believe it or not. Especially too, they walk after the meals, they eat salad after. There's all these other things that go along with it, but it's definitely possible to still be fit and eat pasta. But
Isn't in Italy? Isn't dinner earlier in the day? Isn't that how it
No.
works?
No, it's
it's
really
not?
really late. It's really
Really?
late.
Okay.
Yeah.
What? But isn't your heaviest meal early or no? You eat your
No.
heaviest meal late?
You typically do like you get up and then when you have like your siesta time is like lunch around 1 p.m. and then you don't have dinner till like 9 o'clock at night. And you take your time at dinner. Everything's about like taking your time. But like how Mike said too, like the walking aspect, I think that's something that Americans just don't have. Like we're all really naturally very like reliable on our modes of transportation, whether that be like a car or taking a bus or train or what have you. But like we really don't walk a lot of places. And in Italy, they primarily walk. Like if they're in their own town, they'll walk to the grocery store, they'll walk to a friend's house, cousin's house, and they're not walking like on flat ground. Like I grew up in the Midwest where there's literally no hills anywhere. But in Italy, you're walking like at least at a 75-degree angle to go anywhere. So I feel like just that in itself, like the nature of having to walk places is really good for their health. And I know too, like we could touch on like preservatives and like what actually is
Oh,
in
yeah.
the food that we eat in America versus in
Yeah.
Italy. That might just be fresh from the garden.
Yeah.
But I'm sure
100%.
that has a lot to do with it too.
yeah,
We actually have a blog about the times that Italians typically eat and why it's so late. And it touches on, them taking, sometimes a 2-hour break in the middle of the day. And hence, it even varies in the location. It says somewhere in northern Italy, it can be anywhere from 7 to 9 p.m. And then in the south, typically at 9 p.m. So it does kind of coincide with what you were saying there, Gianna.
yeah. And I don't know if you guys ever seen that Zac Efron show Down to Earth.
Oh
but
yeah, I
there's
never
a-
watched that.
Oh, you
But
should
yeah,
at least. There's an episode where he goes to Italy and they show like Gianna, when you were describing like how they walk around, like they literally show people walking around in that show, like an old guy. He's doing the hands behind the back, just like in your TikToks and everything. Just walks around every day and is like 90 something. They were talking about how like Italians live so long in this specific city because they all walk, they eat fresh ingredients. So I think they did bring up the preservatives and stuff like that, but they're all making the homemade pasta. It's cool. If you guys haven't seen it, has anyone seen it or no? Am I the only
I've
one?
never seen. I never heard of it.
Yeah, it's called Down to Earth. It's on Netflix, and in season 1, there's an episode he goes to Italy. It's awesome. It's definitely, I'd say, a must watch if you have Netflix and you're bored one night. So,
Yeah, and what I remember when I visited, I went to Rome. I only been there once. I went to Rome, Florence, the island of Capri, and I went one other place. But they cafes, coffee, and dessert everywhere, and always crowded. I'm like, and then I'm listening to you guys, and you're like, they live long. It's like the cake I was eating out there, and it was just out of control. I don't see. There's something about it's off. I can't
He's
wrap my
got
head
an
around. I'm upset about this. You guys are getting me upset.
the thing is, too,
You're
they're
putting in
smoking
your
every
your
day.
little
Okay.
calorie calculator on your phone. 3
just-
cannoli equals how many calories?
The gelato was unbelievable. I didn't have one bad, not one.
That's awesome.
Not one bad dessert while I was out there.
That's awesome.
I actually heard some. I never actually knew this. Maybe I'm just slow to this. But I was getting coffee the other day, and the kid I was working with, he said, if he asked me if I knew where the Americano, like where the actual name came from. Do you guys know how that became a thing? Like, you know what I'm talking about, right? Coffee, Americano. You guys have that?
Yeah.
And so apparently, when I think it's like World War I, when the American soldiers were whoever was stationed in Italy, they'd go to the coffee places, and they said that the coffee was so strong in Italy that the American soldiers would ask them to put water in there to like water it down almost, and it became like such a big hit. And I guess they were constantly getting the coffee that they just like Americano, just coffee that is watered down, and now it's like a worldwide thing of Americano. So little history lesson for you. Don't quote me on that. I don't know if that's absolutely true. I only got one source on that, but if it is, it fucking makes sense. I gotta say,
Justin,
it
add
makes
big
sense. Pretty
quotation
cool.
marks on the screen with a
Yeah,
picture of Joe's
yeah.
face.
Yeah.
Edit that in and
If
post
it's
it.
not true, I didn't tell you that.
Verified by
But
Joe Pacone.
pretty
Please
cool. I
add that
never
in.
knew that. I never knew that.
I love it, bro. I love the facts.
Yeah. I gotta
Um,
fact check that, but we'll see.
I was gonna bring up too. One, I want to talk about if you guys have goals and stuff for 2023, but two, I want to touch on in 2022 because me and Justin were looking through. I just did a video too, like recapping all the most viral posts we had from last year, and it's funny because you guys have a post on. John is on there like 17 times, but we all, even me, I'm on it a couple times. We all have had like posts that did pretty good numbers, and I'm just curious, like. I know it's going to be tough to beat, especially you, Gianna. There was one video you had that had like it had like tens of millions of views where you doing the scooping the plate with the scarf pie.
Yeah, that was such a simple video too. It's hilarious. Like
Yeah.
some of my videos, take hours to film and edit and get perfect and then put up. That one, I was literally at dinner and my friend was across from me. She's like, "Oh, we should do this funny video." 15 seconds and it hit like millions of
crazy.
views.
Yeah,
It's
you
always
probably
those.
didn't expect a thing. You just posted and
Yeah, it was the one where you use your bread at the end of eating a dish of pasta to
Yeah.
scoop up all the leftover sauce, and that's like the best part.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
that was it. That
one
was the whole
went, like,
video.
yeah, that one went like mega viral. That was awesome. But a lot of good content was pushed out for sure. So I don't know. What do you guys have plans for 2023 to keep killing the content, or what do you guys, I don't know, describe to me the feeling too, like you guys all had viral stuff. Joe, that one video did awesome with going to the pizza land,
Yeah,
like that.
that was crazy.
You guys all had some viral moments in 2022. Just like walk me through the feeling of that. And I know it's not all positive, especially Joe. You're battling with a couple people, but
I love it. That's honestly one of my favorite parts of it. I literally actually had someone text me today and say like, "Oh, one of my friends commented something on your video. If you want me to tell them to delete it, delete it." I said, "No, tell them to keep going." I swear to God, that actually happened. I was like, "No, tell them to keep." I understand, like, it's the whole cyberbullying thing. People get really upset. It really doesn't. I can honestly sit here and say no one has ever said anything where I'm like, wow, and it's just to me, any feedback is good feedback. So if they want to, say whatever they want, they're going to send it to 3 of their friends. That's 3 more views I get to have on the video. You know what I mean? And I don't even care if 0 people watch the video. I actually just enjoy doing it because like I used to always do it like just on Snapchat though and send it to my friends and people are like, "Dude, you're hilarious. Like you need to post this out." And I'm like, "Nah, who the fuck wants to listen to me?" And so to me, it's just, the fun of it, like behind it, you know what I mean? And I wish I could do this like full time, like some people do. I think that's awesome. Like it's got to be the greatest job. So for me, like towards the end of 2022, I kind of like slowed down a little bit. I was just so busy with my actual job that this year I want to find more time to record more. You know what I mean? Do more pizza reviews with you guys and get more content out there because it's something I actually just enjoy doing. Period. And for anybody that is like that makes good videos or they think they make good videos, just post them. I wish I would have done this way earlier. I was hanging out with I don't know if you guys know him, Duke Gomez. He's
I love Duke Gomez, bro.
Kid is aces.
I
love that kid.
Duke Gomez,
Yeah.
bro.
So I'm sitting at a bar in
funny, dude.
Hoboken and I used to always see him. So he's young. He's 21 years old. So I would always see him out, but never like at bars. Like I'd see him like walking on the street down the shore or on a boardwalk. And we always said what's up to each other. He was like, yo, you're the man. I go, no. I'm like, bro, you're fucking
Is
top
he
tier.
Italian? I feel like he's got to be partial Italian or
I
something.
think so, yeah. So basically he's 21 now. We had a SantaCon a couple weeks ago in Hoboken. So I'm just standing at the bar and like around here, like good amount of people come up to me, they take pictures, whatever. Duke walked in this bar and the place exploded, right? So like everyone's going up to him. I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, good for him.
Yeah.
And now people are coming up to like me, like, oh, yo, you and Duke in the same place. It's hilarious. So we see each other and he just comes over and gives me a hug. We end up hanging out the whole day. We're absolutely fucking hammered at the bar. And this kid was just aces. And like for someone like him, especially like what he records, like, dude, it's hilarious. And no one has the guts to post stuff like that because it's like, the
That's why
way
it does
things are
well.
now.
Yeah.
But I tell you right now, that kid is absolute aces. Maybe
Yeah.
hopefully we I talked to him on like social media and stuff like that. Hopefully maybe we can get him on for an episode. I'll talk to him. But
Dude,
kid
that'd be
is
awesome. That'd be a good
absolute legend.
collab too, just with you guys on a video too. Yeah, I know, dude. He's
That's what he
hilarious.
is.
He's hard to like. Sometimes I'm like, this is funny, but there's nothing I feel comfortable of his I could post on the
Yeah,
page
I'm-
ever. But sometimes it was like he'd poke fun at something like Italian too, like here and there, and I'm like, damn, this is so funny, but I can't post this. People are gonna get so
Yeah.
offended. But that's his
Oh,
thing,
he-
dude.
yeah.
His quotes too, like this generation sucks and all this.
Yeah,
He's got
his
good
shirts
like
bring.
phrases and stuff. dude.
Yeah,
He's got a good thing going, man. I wish him
He's
good luck.
nuts.
I'm always sending his videos to my buddies and stuff too.
yeah.
Justin
No,
would
always
probably
show
tell
him
ya.
love.
Yeah.
I've come across one of his videos on TikTok, just like not knowing who he was, just while scrolling.
Yeah.
And I remember the first video I came across of his, I was literally like,
Oh yeah, no. Like when I tell you, like if the limit's here, he's like right there. Like I was talking to him and he goes through so many TikTok accounts. He gets banned every single time. So like he's mainly
Yeah.
like just Instagram now. But
Yeah.
dude, this kid's killing it. And I'm like, bro, I wish like I wouldn't even touch the
G
area that you go after.
GOMEZ.
Yeah.
GOMEZ.
I think his main account now is like Duke Gomez Backup.
Yeah.
That's like his main one.
I know.
on
Bro, this
TikTok
kid-
or
No,
Instagram?
Instagram. He gave up on TikTok, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, on TikTok he just calls it like banned account number 3. Like he just
Oh, yeah, no, he
it's
literally
just
he
random
just
every day.
it's nonstop. He just keeps getting banned. So we took a picture together and the caption was like "fuck TikTok" or something like that. But dude, he's
Yeah, he's so
He's an
Yeah,
absolute
he's
character.
not coming up.
he probably his
Duke
account
Gomez.
got banned again.
Justin, maybe
You're
you
serious?
text him the
No, I'm dead serious.
Text
Yeah,
Steve
I'm
the-
actually
link maybe. But
I got
I'm
you.
looking
yeah,
it up
that's
right now, and
awesome.
his account is not coming up. He probably got banned again because he posted something today. It was fucking.
It also
hilarious.
says the current one I'm seeing says no posts yet either. The Duke Gomez backup 2.0.
Yeah, he probably got
Oh,
banned again.
no. Yeah, so that's a
Right.
testament to his videos for
Yeah.
sure. When you
They're
said
Yeah, no,
funny,
he did.
though.
Oh no, here it is.
That's
Here
what
it
I'm
is. Here
saying.
it is.
They're funny,
Oh.
but
Found it?
I just
It's-
imagine
yeah.
like
I can't even this fucking thing. I'll send it in the chat.
you just
Alright.
imagine like if you're one of the people he roasts though, that would be nuts.
Oh, I know.
I wonder
I-
some of them are probably crying like
Wait, so I made one video ever of this lady who was like really, really tan. Like I think she's like 7 years old and like tans like every single day. I made one video. It was pretty funny, and it was like, all right, I think I could post this one. It probably had 20,000 views in an hour, and then immediately got taken off. And I was like, I'll never do that again. But it was it. I don't know how the kid's absolutely hilarious. Great kid.
yeah.
And in person, he's not. He is like that. Like he's just a dick, but he's a cool ass dude.
Mhm. Yeah.
But you don't have no problem telling you how it is. I think the shirt he was wearing said
one of
it
the
was.
tees?
Yeah, no, I think it was something inappropriate. I don't even want to talk about it. Anyway, we're moving on.
Yeah. Gianna, Steve, what about you guys though? Any moments from 2022 content wise that you remember the most or
Oh gosh, so many. For me, I feel like me and my friend Ariana Papalexopoulos, she's
Talk about Greek.
half
Yeah.
Greek and half Italian. Yeah.
yeah, you
Um,
guys made a
I'm-
few videos this year too.
Yeah, that's like we kind of started like our Nono and Papu, like our Italian and Greek grandpa series. And they've been so freaking fun to make. And I met her just through Instagram, and now we're really, really good friends on top of that. So that's been an awesome, both like professional and personal, awesome relationship that I've made, and it's been really fun. That'd probably be like the biggest one, but I'm also getting into like my Guy Fieri TikToks. I'm gonna make a few more of those. Heads up, guys, get ready.
Alrighty.
Those ones always hit. People are like, what the hell is this woman doing? But yeah, no, I'm excited to keep creating. Of course, I'm not gonna stop. I'm just gonna kick it up a notch and keep it going. But like aside from like the content creation, I also want to focus more on acting and film and TV, and I hope that that continues to go well.
Don't forget about us.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys all mastered the internet. I'm still a student of the game, so
We're all students. You never
we're all-
stop learning.
yeah. But I gotta. You know, for me, it's like I'm a stand-up comic, so the fact that I'm in the circle right now is a good feeling for me because I feel like what you guys are doing, it's something that I'm interested in learning, and I feel like it's a growing thing, and it's the future, and yeah, like you said, G. I mean, I'm just trying to become a better stand up performer, always and every day. I write every day. I'm always observing the world a certain type of way, so I'm always jotting shit down. But what I've gotten better at in the past year and a half, 2 years, and that's how I got lucky with you guys, is I started taping shit, you know. But I mean, I don't, I have Justin on the phone sometimes an hour. He talks fast. I'm trying to write everything. He's giving me notes. I'm like, Jesus Christ, slow down for me, because I mean, you guys, pat yourselves on the back. You're ahead of the curve. Joe, you're saying that you wish you learned, you started doing this sooner. I think now's the time.
Yeah.
And we all have a specific niche. It's not like we're all just Italian. We all bring something different to the table. And what I'm seeing, and you guys could correct me if I'm wrong. This ain't a fact. Just us talking. Is that everybody that really strives with this shit is they find what it is they do, and they just keep hacking at the fucking tree. They keep going. So.
Yeah, well, nowadays anything could just take off and go viral. They kind of put, with TikTok and just how things are going, like anyone can go just crazy viral nowadays. So it makes it a little bit easier in a way. It's still a lot of work and takes years, but I don't know. I just know like when I was scrolling through all the content from 2022 and the videos and just the people that like made stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of regular people that are in the mix that we post quite often, but the favorite thing for me is just seeing like the people who just grab their phone at Christmas Eve or like, just when they're with their family and stuff like that. And they just record something that they were doing anyways. Like Joe, how you were saying you're like Snapchatting pizza to your buddies. Like, I don't know, like when people just pick up the phone and they don't, even if they're not content creators, whatever. And I see like just a community involved, like, I don't know, I'd feel like this year compared to previous years, looking through videos and stuff, like so many more people are just recording and sending in stuff. And I just feel like it's really helping, I know we all have different niches and stuff, but at least with hardcore, I feel like, I don't know, really good about people just connecting with their heritage a little bit more because they want to make videos and they want to be seen and stuff like that.
I definitely agree with that. On TikTok, it's definitely a lot easier. And that's a whole nother thing this year too, that I'm trying to focus more. I mean, because TikTok is good. It's great. It helped me, get to where I'm at with this whole thing right now. But my goal is to get bigger on Instagram wise. Like the amount of followers you have with Hardcore Italians, that's amazing. Like if you had that with TikTok, it would still be amazing. But Instagram is so much harder to reach for the audience, where TikTok is just like it's automatic.
Well, and I agree with you, Joe. And I feel like Instagram, at least on the stand up side, with loyal fans, like not coming and going,
right?
That are going to be that are going to be committed to your brand.
That's who you want.
I don't know, Mike. You would know better than anybody. Is it more IG?
1000%. I would even argue Facebook's more important. To be honest with you guys, like I know people that have millions of followers on TikTok, and if they want to sell a T-shirt, they can't sell two. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like,
Yep.
unless you make a video specifically about it and it takes off or something, a bunch of people are buying it, you can. But I just know like it's hard to make a living off TikTok because it could be anyone any day. It doesn't necessarily mean it's. My opinion too is, and this is just the kind of guy I am. I always like the longer form. Like I rather sit and watch 5 of these podcasts and like scroll on TikTok for an hour. I don't know why. That's just always been me.
Yeah.
But I always feel like there's a better connection with like longer content and just you're following people on a regular basis. It's less like here's what's viral today type of deal. So I feel like you're building a better connection. And I don't know, once it's like if people are listening to you long form, I mean, they feel like they know you. Like people I watch on YouTube, I feel like I know them. They're my friend. You know what I'm saying? And if I say, hey, do this or do that, like you're more inclined to listen because you built like a relationship that's sound. You know what I'm saying? It's not just like something took off and, they're on to the next thing. So I 100% agree. I would trade in a heartbeat, 100,000 Instagram followers for 500,000 TikTok followers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Easy. So, and I'm telling you too, Facebook has been making a comeback. Me and Justin talk about it too. For whatever reason, Facebook was like the biggest thing in the world. Then it like died down. Now all of a sudden, like it's coming back. Like there's Facebook groups and there's like Facebook pages are all making a comeback. Like our Facebook.
It's so crazy you say that. I feel like that's a majority of the audience for me and Dom right now. It might be because Dom Herrera's audience is generally on Facebook more. He's a little older generation.
Yeah.
But I think, do you guys feel like Facebook, it's easier to kind of follow like what can actually reach? Like I feel like photos do really well on Facebook as opposed to other apps.
For me, I recently just started posting my content on Facebook. And before this, I had only used it for like personal use, like literally just to stay connected with friends abroad or
Italian girl FBI
college.
investigation purposes.
Correct. No, I have other profiles for that, Mike.
See, it's a true thing.
Yeah, fun fact. But no, I can't speak to it, I don't think, just because I think I literally have like 4 reels that I posted on Facebook, and I'm in a couple of Facebook groups, but nothing that like I can really speak to in terms of like as a content creator, this is more beneficial for me than something else. I just don't think I have enough experience. What were you gonna say, Mike?
I just notice everything comes and goes. It's weird. You got to be like on top of everything. Facebook in the very beginning, photos were like killing it and no one really cared about videos. And then like all of a sudden I noticed videos were taking off, and then I just posted nothing but videos on the hardcore page, and it like got us a ton of followers just with the videos. And then I don't know, I feel like Steve, like you said, now it's going back to photos. So it's just always changing. And it's good. I feel like these social media platforms, they kind of start to learn what you post as a person. So like if you're a meme page and all you do is photo posts, like if you post a video, that is not going to do well. If you're like an influencer and all you do is post, videos and you do a photo, like it, I mean, maybe it'll still do well, but
I hate that so much goes into it.
yeah. So you kind of want to just have a healthy
yeah.
mix, honestly, because if you're doing nothing but one thing and then you want to dip into another area, it's tough. You're better off like, just posting both and just kind of getting your feet wet with everything all the time.
Even like say off of that, like when I try to post content that's not necessarily Italian related, and it's just like more so about like, hey, I'm a 27-year-old woman in the world, that content does so much worse than all my Italian comedy. And it's just because like I know that people follow me for what I make for my Italian content.
Yeah.
It's not even just that. Gee, they're also the algorithm, and not to cut you off, the algorithm is also used to you posting that. So they're lumping you in a bucket, and they're doing that so that they know which user base is going to spend the most time on their platform if they show your content to that user base. And because they've grown accustomed to what you share, when they see something foreign, they're not going to know who who to segment it to until you make it more of a regular thing. Even with the podcast style of posts and shorts that I post on the hardcore page, it doesn't generally fit the regular scope of content that we're sharing. And so it does take time to kind of let the algorithm know, hey, I'm doing this now as well.
Totally. Yep. Justin's our expert on that. You're 100% right. Yeah.
Well, if you think about it, like
I got real old school Italian with my page. I gotta tell you that the last time I posted a personal photo of me, a family, or a friend, or what I'm eating, or where I'm going to, or I'm on this vacation, or I'm at, like I pulled away from that in the past 5 years, and I kind of feel like the social media now, those personal posts are what kick ass. Like the realness. People want the realness.
yeah, well, Steve, we're looking for new models in 2023, bro. If you want, I'll send you a few shirts. You get the photo post going.
A
Let's
new
go.
model.
Let's get those
You want
numbers.
a 37-year-old dad out of shape,
Yeah,
hairy?
dude,
I
want you eating
got. You
pasta
don't. You
on
want a
Sunday.
guy. You don't want me
Gianna-
no more.
Hey,
I'll
Gianna
show you.
said she likes that.
I'll show you a picture of me 10 years ago.
you,
But
No,
now I'm
confidence.
saying that-
What did we talk about, Steve? Confidence is key. You got this. Okay.
you're counting the calories, man. Don't let it go for nothing. You got to have a goal. Come on.
Look at it. Look at this disgrace. Michelob. I threw away my Peroni for this shit. This is horrible. This is horrible.
You're drinking water over there.
95 get the. I'm trying. It's a new year. I'm at least it's all in the attempt.
Have any of you guys like? I'm just curious too, because we get in messages all the time from people and stuff like that. Have you guys had like really good messages from fans writing in, just say like, just positive comments that you would never expect, or like what kind of experiences have you guys made with your fans?
I love that. That's the best. I hope that don't come off creepy, but that is good. When you get somebody that's like regularly commenting, or I mean, as a comic too, like, hey, when you coming to Florida, or when you coming to New York, or when you coming to Chicago, when you get that, at least for someone, I've only been doing comedy 10 years, but just that's baby
10, yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Like in the grand scheme of things, that's not a long time of doing stand up. So, getting that kind of feedback, it's interesting because the internet changed everything in the comedy world. But I feel like a lot of content creators like yourselves, you say, oh, these people DM don't take it for granted, because 20 years ago, from what I'm hearing, like 10 years before I started, it wasn't easy to get fans. It wasn't easy to become friends with somebody that lives in Italy, or somebody that lives on the other side of the country. It's very easy for us to like take that for granted. Your page, I mean, Mike, you guys talk about it all the time. Worldwide. It's like, that's crazy, insane. I talk about that with my grandfather sometimes. He can't even wrap his head around it. He thinks it's like the cartoon, like what we're doing right now is like the cartoon, the Jetsons. He thinks it's nuts. He's like, who are you talking to? It's like, yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gianna or Joe, have you guys gotten any like positive messages like that from people?
Yeah. Steve, you're totally right. It's like you really can't take any of it for granted. And I know we've had this conversation before, but you could have so many like nice, happy, positive comments on a video, and then that one mean comment that like sticks out, and that's the one that you remember. And it's like, why? But
Yeah, but you got to do the Chicago DM back. You got to ask them say, you know what? Let's talk about this in person. What's your address? I'm on my way.
Yep.
Because the people that are commenting it in real life, they see you at the bar. They're not going to come up to you and say that was corny. They don't got the balls to do that. Because the person that has the balls to do it the in person, trust me, they're not looking at your shit.
You're looking at the king. You're looking at the
Yeah.
king of bad comments, and I can tell you this: out of hundreds of people that have come up to me when I'm out, I think I can only remember one time ever, one kid trying to talk shit, and it was, we had some words for each other. He went his way, I went my way, but I respect him for the fact of like all my boys were behind me, like, oh, like, fuck that kid. Blah, blah. I'm like, no, listen, everyone has an opinion, but out of hundreds of comments that I get on any video of bad comments, every time I'm out, and I do, like, Mike, going back to you, I do get like a lot of DMs of people like, oh, you're the man, like you're hilarious. Some people say you should do stand up, which is just a whole nother thing where I haven't even thought about getting into like that. I think it would be a great idea, but it just
I don't
very
even know if you
time
have the
consuming.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't even do a fucking pizza review. And but what's great for me is like when I'm out, like I said, like I'm like very big, like local in Jersey. Like a lot of people in Jersey know me. I haven't like really expanded, even though I still get people from different states, especially from what you guys do, like Chicago, that reach out and stuff like that. Like around here, it's big, and like going out, all the time, and people come up to me like, dude, my wife loves you, or I'm out to dinner, like a nice place. People come up to me, my kids love you, my kid shows me all your videos, like stuff like that, and it's awesome to like see that, and it's just like it's a great feeling that people are actually, especially with the comments that I get, it outweighs the bad comments. Which is awesome.
but when you get haters, you're making noise. That's good.
Right, yeah. Oh, I love it.
That is great when that starts to happen. I mean, I'm one of these people that I make them I'm like you, Joe. I say it don't, but if he was next to me, I'd probably go up to the guy and say, let's talk about this.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to sit down and have a conversation.
Well,
You're mad because your dad didn't hug you.
Exactly.
You're taking it out on my comment page.
So
capturing your own shit.
What happened was with the one kid that actually said something was I was out DJs, which was like the stomping grounds of how I got big. And like, I'm on the side of the bar, and like maybe like 5 or 6 kids come up to me. They're all taking pictures, dapping me up. We're all talking. And the one friend was sitting there. He was drinking. He was drunk. Everybody's drunk there. And he's like this, like. So I'm standing and I'm watching him, and I go, yo, what's up with your boy? And he's looking at me. I go, what's up? Is everything all right? Do I know you? Like literally just like this. He was like, oh, I don't respect what you do, blah, blah. You give us a bad name. I go, my man, I said, it's all for laughs. It's all for jokes. If you take anything what I say seriously, then that's on you. But personally, whatever you want to feel is how you feel. I respect it. But don't just try to stand here and try to blow me off like, like it tried to disrespect me in a way. And then his boys were like, held on to him and grabbed his shoulder. Like, yo, chill. He's cool. Like he's chilling with us. And then all his friends bought me a drink. And then, he went his way, I went my way. But out of all the people, like you said, with the comments that talk shit, when I know that like some of the people, they probably see me out on the weekends and they never say a word.
Oh man.
I had one experience like that when I was in my early 20s. I had one experience like that. So I may have, or I don't think I've ever said this on the podcast, Mike. I know you know it. I may have auditioned for a famous Italian-based Jersey MTV TV show in my early 20s and got very, very close. And I was out partying down the shore. And at the time, Affliction t-shirts were in. Oh, yeah. They were very shiny. They had a little bit of, they had. I look back, I'm like, with my maturity, I look back, I'm like, man, I really did dress like an asshole. And at times I acted like an asshole. But there was this one time where a guy came, like a kid came up to me around the same age, and like I used to spike my hair. I had the whole Gotti thing going. And before I could even react to the guy, my buddy cracked him. I'm like, what are you doing? Both ways is no good.
Yeah.
I think online you got to accept it for what it is. Yeah, it is. But I love that you react with them though.
Yeah,
because that puts such a bug up their ass.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah. See. Yeah, no, that's the best part too. And when I'm reacting, I'm making I'm making fun of you and you don't even know it. I'm
And
not. I'm not
you know
going
what we
off.
should do? You know what we should do for the day? Mike should give you the password to the Hardcore Italian
Yeah, let me control it for a
Instagram,
day.
and we should make you comment. We
Yeah.
we
Over
should.
a day.
Oh, dude,
Mike's
I-
over
dude, I
there
mean-
sweating. You're gonna destroy the website.
Dude,
Oh
I
god.
deal with this. You said the Chicago answers to things. You got to see when people comment on our page. I've been dealing with it for 5 years. Someone leaves a bad comment. My dad's like, "Tell him to go fuck himself." It's
Yeah.
like that. I can't
Yeah.
respond that way.
Yeah, can we imagine if we made our Italian
Plus-
fathers run our Instagram?
Oh man, he would not give a shit. I'll say you can't say that. You know
I
what mean?
remember
You gotta
when
make the
me, Mike,
customers
and
happy.
Justin,
He's like, no, you don't.
when me, Mike, and Justin first
Different
linked up
attitude.
and you guys started like posting some of my videos and we're going back and forth, like I remember you guys said something to me like, oh, like, do you mind with some of these comments, or we talk about it? And I was like, I don't give a fuck about the comments. Like, I love it. You know what I mean? And it's just, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love
for
it,
sure.
But
But there
Yeah.
are some comments too, like I do a lot of like skits for my grandparents, right?
Yeah.
And all my grandparents on both my mom's and dad's side passed away. So really everything that I make is either from like memories or like from my aunts and uncles that help like spike an idea to make a video. But the comments that I love the most are when people say, oh my gosh, like I recently lost my nonna and this totally reminds me of her, or like, wow, I lost my mom and this video like makes me feel at home. And those ones like literally make me emotional because that's like why I'm doing what I'm doing. Like outside of like I'm just having fun with it. Like I love making people feel that connection to their family and like bring
Yeah,
it
that's
back.
awesome.
So the positive comments always outweigh the negative.
Yeah.
And
good.
moral of the
That's it.
story, we're killing
Yeah,
it.
good. I'm glad you spent a positive because that's what I was trying to get at. Recapping 2022, looking at all the positives and stuff like that, and just taking it into
Totally.
2023. You're making a difference,
Yeah.
and using that as motivation. But we're dealing with with Joe and Steve over here. That doesn't,
Yeah.
the
Good
positivity
luck.
doesn't fire him up. It's the
Listen, I gotta drop 30 pounds because if I'm at a comedy club and somebody heckles me and calls me a fat fuck, I'm gonna hit him. I
Crack
just
it.
I
yeah,
respect it.
I'm
That's
just
a
I'm
good
that
form of motivation.
I'm that vain. I'm just that. Sorry, Justin. I know you got to edit this and you might have to bleep out one curse. You knew it was coming, but that's my motivation for 2023. I became a father. You got to stay home a lot with the baby. I want to get out, move around. I want to get healthy again. I want to live. It ain't to piggyback what you were saying earlier, Mike. Yeah, you don't need the perfect body. Not everybody thinks that way. I want to live a long life. I want to master living the Italian way, but live long. I don't want to, a lot of the men in my family were all Italian. They died in their 50s of hard because so we wake up in the morning, we're just burying each other with food.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
Steve,
just-
I have one recommendation for you. And this may be silly and make fun of me all you want, but hear me out. I think getting a portable treadmill for your house is a great investment for you because while you're like thinking of your next stand-up bits, like you're maybe script writing a little bit and like you're in that working phase, instead of just like sitting at your desk like writing, you could be doing all of that while walking on the treadmill.
That's
Yeah.
the way it works.
Well, what I've been
Get a
what
little
I'm
30-minute walk and work in at the same time.
see, but I can't get motivated working out at the house.
Okay, but it's not working
Because-
out. You're working.
Because I
You're
know there's
working and you're walking.
I know the gravy from yesterday's in the fridge. So it's like I got to take a break. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to pop open that Cool Whip container and I'm going to start eating the meatballs.
Damn.
Like I can't be in this house and get the workout that I'm supposed to have. I'm sorry. It might work for you, G. It ain't going to work for me.
No, I feel that, dude. I was literally having this conversation this week because I have a guest bedroom and I'm like actually making it a bedroom now because I used to have like all my workout stuff in there. And like, I don't know, I feel like the same thing, like just having it at home, like you just kind of, you're walking
It works
around,
for a lot of people. It
yeah,
never
Yeah.
worked for me.
yeah, doesn't for me either. I mean, I don't know, I feel like you're way more effective when it's like separate. So I feel you on that for sure. But You never know. Give it a try, man.
I mean, having a dog and having a baby, you know, now I'm out walking around all the time. So I just recently realized that a good investment is the headgear with like the headpiece with your iPhone, to where you don't gotta. Because I'm always with the baby and the dog. I got the leash, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Are you talking about AirPods?
yeah, you have
Yeah.
earpieces in. See,
Earpiece.
I'm showing my age. I'm like a 60-year-old guy trapped in a mid-30 body.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
AirPods, great investment. Great.
I'm wearing my Rocky Balboa hat right now. It's like,
investment.
I like that hat a lot, by the way. I
Thank
use
you.
that for like all of my no skits. You're killing it.
Christmas gift for my wife.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
I
I
like
gotta
it.
sell those on hardcore again soon too. We've been out of stock for a while.
Speaking of trying things out here, this is off the limb here because I had a conversation today. Any of you guys, maybe a weird question, feel free not to answer. You guys use bidets at all or no?
Where
My
the
friend
hell
just
did
bought one.
that come
He's
from?
trying. Well, he said the treadmill, try it out, and I'm trying to figure out if it's even worth
Remember,
the
I was really
investment.
thinking about it in 2023.
Yeah, no,
I'm thinking about trying
something
new things, and I was thinking
My
about
friend
my
got
abs.
one.
It's
He's
funny
trying
you
to
should
sell it
ask.
on
I'm on top of one right now. Look at that.
yeah. Have you guys ever used? I never used them before. This my one of my friends. He's saying this is the greatest thing he's ever bought.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
We should have him on the show.
We should
Yeah.
have. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't. Maybe
We'll have an
shouldn't.
episode dedicated to it, bro. Well,
All I'm saying is
No,
no. There goes one though.
I never thought.
but
about
I'm a female. I feel like they're less common for us to use.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, Jay, yeah.
I
Wow.
will say, people I've talked to from Italy, men specifically, are like
all for 'em.
addicted to their bidets. Like they will
Yeah.
not be in a bathroom
Yes,
in Italy
that's
and not
exactly
use
what he said. Yeah, and my friend said he could never. He would need one every time now.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is completely off topic. We can move on from this topic.
No,
now.
No, I love this.
I just had to shoot it out
No,
there. It was
'cause
on the
I
head.
was gonna ask
shot
because
it
I
out.
thought they did it like they use them in Italy too. So I
Yeah.
wasn't sure. I'm glad you.
Anyway,
This
Amazon got one
this
for like $29.99.
this is the episode to watch. We talk about treadmills.
Bidets. Yeah.
Well, it's
Listen, you
funny you
never
brought that up too, because literally over Christmas we went by my aunt's house, and she was showing us. She's kind of been redoing her house, and she redid her bathroom, and we were all making fun of her because she spent like I don't know how many thousands on this toilet. The thing has the bidet in it. It like massages. We're like, what does a massager even do on a freaking toilet?
Yeah. So I
We're
started
making
looking
so
into
many
them.
jokes. I don't
I
even want to
started
say
looking-
them. But
There's ones with heated water. The
I
water's
didn't even
heated
know
up.
the toilet came with a remote, and you could hit all these buttons. We're like, this is freaking crazy, man.
The future.
So I don't know.
The future.
But get it and report back to us, Joe. On the
Yeah, it's
next
only
pod.
it's only $29.99 on Amazon right now, so it's a must.
That's
It's
it.
a hot buy. It's a hot buy.
Mike, you got to start selling them on the website.
So,
I
yeah.
was gonna say,
Listen,
Joe,
yeah.
Put
get
the
that affiliate
logo on
code.
there.
Yeah, I was gonna say get the affiliate code from Amazon, Joe. You'll be making a killing, dude. Manscaped
know,
will
I
be freaking
should.
pissed at you, bro.
Yeah, I know. Well, they'll probably make one now.
Yeah. Damn, they probably
Can't make
could.
this up.
But
Yeah, but
all right. I want to wrap it up here in a bit, but before I do, I just want to ask you guys, what are your goals for 2023? What are your plans? Do you have any I know Steve, you talked about dropping some calories and stuff, but just what are your goals? What are your plans? What do you have on your mind? What do you want to do more of? What do you want to do less of?
I'm looking to continue to push my podcast with Dom. I'm hoping this one that we do continues to get a little bit of heat under it. And I was going up to Manhattan a lot doing stand-up comedy before COVID hit, and then I got married. We had a baby. We just bought a house last year, so we're finally settled in. And I'm going to start going back up to New York City weekly, the Mecca
Good.
for stand-up comedy, and the best Little Italy in the country. I know my Philly people are gonna hate that I say that, but there ain't nothing like the Italian neighborhoods in New York. It's on some other level. So I'll be spending a lot of time up there. Might need a nap after dinner and not make it to the comedy clubs.
I'm on the other side of the river, Steve. Come over, take a nap.
Crash from the couch.
I'll have the bidet ready for you. But just like Steve said too, same
Oh,
thing with me.
man.
You know, just continue to push videos out. You know, keep working on this podcast, and like you said, keep it striving, and blow it up. And yeah, just New Year, same me. Keep it going, stay happy, and be positive. That's about it.
Yeah. Following all that, I mean, continue working with good people who I enjoy working with, like you guys, and also networking to meet new folks who are also creative and specifically in LA. Also want to grow my social media.
We
And
should set up a live podcast.
I'm in.
We should. Yeah, that
That'd
would
be
Yeah,
be
like
fun.
we should meet at a festival and do one live.
we
I'd
should
love
do
that.
that.
Yeah. I mean,
Even just like an Instagram live would be really cool because people can ask us live questions and yeah.
That's a good
yeah,
idea
I'd love to
too.
take live questions and stuff like that, but I would definitely need Joe involved because there's going to be those people that call in
Oh, I'll be ready.
instigating, and if I know
I
Joe,
got
you're
Steve as
on with me,
security
bro.
too.
Yeah, if I know Joe,
Just
you're
make
on
sure
with
we
me,
got
bro,
the address
I'm-
right in front of us too. Steve would be like, "Pull up, 122 Main Street. We'll be waiting for you."
Honestly, the next hate comment I'm gonna get, I'm not getting upset about. I'm just calling you guys and
No,
I'm
call
gonna
me
up. Yeah, we'll
take care of it.
You
We'll
got a guy
respond.
for that.
Yeah.
But guys, I'm honored that you're including hardcore in your resolutions here. That's awesome. I really appreciate that, and that's definitely one of our goals too, is to grow the podcast, keep the content rolling, keep the community involved. We got a lot of things. Want to involve more ambassadors, more people for sure too. So it's cool. You guys are all, seems like you want to like network with more people too, which is awesome. Another thing I want to do is something Gianna does freaking often, which I'm surprised you didn't say this was a fun thing for you in 2022, G, but traveling. I mean, I feel like you're freaking all over the place. You're in Italy, you're in New York, you're in Chicago, you're in LA, you're here, you're there. It's freaking nuts.
I'm
so, so I don't know. I kind of want to travel a little bit more, and I feel like that can kind of play into what you're saying too, Steve. Like, why not go live at a fest, things like that? Like, I want to travel and like bring a camera, record some stuff, like just have fun. So we'll see if I do any more of that in 2023. But that's something I'm gonna keep in mind for sure. Hopefully Jersey's on the list too, Joe. I think that'd be awesome. Hit up DJ.
When's the next Italian festival? Come on, Mike. I know you know.
Dude, there's a million of them. We just been doing the local ones because it's a lot. But we were debating doing the one in Boston. I don't know the Chicago one.
When
if
is
you guys
that
ever
one?
wanna
When's the
come
one in
down,
Boston?
I don't know. They change the dates every. It's always like August.
It's always between May and September. I feel
Yeah,
like
that's how it is here.
Exactly.
because the warmer climate, right?
Exactly. They always change the dates like a little bit depending on if it's a weekend or what. But I mean, yeah, the Chicago one's a blast too. Like that's you guys would definitely have fun. Like I feel like just with content wise too, just with all that's going on, and I mean everyone visits. That's like our family and friends, and they're all personalities. Like it's crazy. You guys would have a blast,
It's
but
not just Chicago, Philly, New York, New Jersey, right? Like
no.
I'm sure
Gianna did
KC
one.
I'm sure
Um,
KC has them. I'm sure there's parts of Canada that does them. Ohio,
oh,
like
Canada's even
there
crazier than us. I heard.
yeah, there's got to be more festivals outside of those brackets.
Yeah, and yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
did a couple in October in LA and they were awesome. I feel like California might have more that are like in like the colder months. I can do a little research and get back to you guys next podcast. But yeah, they were so fun. I love
Yeah.
love going to
Yeah.
fests.
Yeah, if any of you guys want to do something similar to Gianna too, like we sent her merch, she just ran the whole booth and she was like getting content like crazy. It was fun, good experience, right? You want to do it next year, G?
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's fun, but you need when you want to travel around for it and stuff, you need people involved. It's a lot of work,
No.
But yeah, hoping to do more of that in 2023 and just continuing growing hardcore and just working hard on it and put out new merch. Hopefully, I've been working on a lot of new designs and stuff like that and already trying to plan ahead and just, I don't know. It's a lot. So that's all I had for today though, guys, unless there's anything else you want to touch on. Guys, if you're listening to this podcast, please give us a subscribe. Also, do us a favor in order to motivate Joe and Steve over here. Just go on their most recent post and leave them the nastiest comment possible, because that's the only way to motivate these motherfuckers. I was trying to bring some positivity to it, but they need motivation. So just anytime you see them pop up on your feed, just give them a little hate comment out of love.
Yeah, comment on the last pizza review how you don't want me to do the pizza review so I can go do another one.
And guys, we hope we motivate you as well to, send us in some content and some videos. Don't ever feel discouraged. Just if you're not a regular content creator, to pick up the phone and showcase what you guys do at home. Send it in. We love getting the community involved and working with people. So yeah, we hope you guys feel connected. Thanks again for tuning in. Give us a thumbs up, a subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next podcast.